Here are the updated top 5 twin flame signs that tell you that you're on a twin flame journey or possibly have met your true twin flame. So if you think you've met your twin flame, you might see signs and synchronicities all over the place. You might feel kundalini energy. But these signs are actually more powerful than even those. So those things do happen on your twin flame journey, but what I'm going to tell you, these 5 signs to look out for are a little bit more subtle, and these are spaces where it really helps you to kind of slow down and see if you feel any of these signs or symptoms on your twin flame journey. So number 1 is that you have an instant recognition of them. Sometimes this comes as a very powerful recognition where it feels like time stands still. I've heard people say like the room got quiet and there was like tunnel vision on this person. But other times, including my case, you might feel it as more of like a slow kind of smoldering fire, a very gentle kind of a misty feeling. For me, it was that. It was, I recognized my twin flame instantly, but it wasn't like this, like I got smacked in the face with it, right? But other people do say that they feel a more powerful shift with their twin flame, like, time stands still. So either one of those. So you kind of recognize your twin flame. You're like, this is a person that I know. You may not know why you feel that way. You may not be able to explain it. Maybe like a few hours after you meet them, you kind of start thinking about it. You're like, how do I know that person? I feel like I've met them before. So that's an instant recognition. Okay. Number 2 is your personal growth becomes accelerated. So when you meet your twin flame, maybe there's like a little kind of a shadow period before and after meeting them, where even beforehand, you're going to feel like your personal growth is accelerated. Things do become more challenging, but at the same time, you kind of feel this more like aliveness feeling. I remember when I first met my twin flame, about a month earlier, I had several dark nights of the soul. And I say several because it was several. It was like not just one. It was like several days where I felt like, what is going on with my life? Like, why does it feel like things are so challenging right now? And that was really telltale. And then I met my twin flame. I remember saying to the universe, like, hey, I'm ready to stop being alone. I'm ready to meet my ultimate lover. Please show me the way. And then a few weeks later, I met him. I didn't really put 2 and 2 together. Then I read in my journal and I was like, oh my gosh, I actually like claimed him there. And then I met him in person at a Reiki meetup. So number 3 is that your emotions are going to be more important. You're going to feel your emotions more. You're going to value emotional communication and being able to express yourself, being vulnerable becomes more important, more valuable to you. It's going to be harder and harder to be in situations where people are numbing out or putting on a front, or where you have to posture and just kind of, I don't know, chit chat about small talk. Like going to a bar, going out with friends where you used to be able to sit and talk small talk. That's just going to be harder for you because you're going to be less able to mask and hide your emotions or conceal your emotions than before. And that's not a bad thing. In fact, human beings weren't designed to conceal our emotions. I'm not sure when that came about, probably in the Industrial Revolution where people just had to kind of get on with it, right? And that was valued. Like in the Industrial Revolution leading up all the way into the latter part of the 20th century, this sort of like do it anyway kind of ideology was valued more than being vulnerable. But now this kind of mask is getting cracked open, and that's really indicative that you're on a twin flame journey. And it's that opening in that hard outer shell that we put on that is going to make it possible for you to recognize your twin flame. Because if you're wearing a hard outer shell and you're numbing out, you're not even going to be able to recognize them. Some of you might think like, oh, my twin flame has that, but I don't. Like, they're not recognizing me. That's a whole nother topic. I promise you they recognize you. I promise they do. They may not be expressing it, but there's twin flame mirroring going on, and that's a whole other topic for a whole another video, or if you want to comment and ask me about it, I can tell you. Okay, number 4 is your twin flame feels like home. That kind of goes along with number 1, instant recognition, but it's deeper than that. It's like a feeling, like you feel this sort of relaxation. Your twin flame does trigger you, they do, but that is for your personal growth. But overall, I'm talking about underneath the triggers and the upsets, that your twin flame is going to feel like home, like you've come home to this person. I've heard so many people say this that haven't ever heard of twin flame signs. They say this person feels like home, and that is so true. So your twin flame is going to feel like home. It's true, because they are your home. They are you. You are your home. Like you, if you think about yourself, we tend to think of ourselves as individuals, and you are an individual, but also think about 2 wings of one bird, right? So you're an individual that has 2 components. Now, you can't go inside the other human being's brain, right? But you're a unit. If you guys have ever seen Pacific Rim, there are these titans that require 2 people to get in to operate. And I watched Pacific Rim Black not too long ago, and it's like there's a guy and a girl that get inside of this one head of this giant, like it's like Captain Planet looking thing, this titan, and they both have to harmonize so that they can move this giant like fighter, basically. That's really like a really good example of twin flames. They're 2 unique individuals that are one at the core. So your twin flame is going to feel like home because that's how it is. Finally, number 5, the top twin flame sign is you're going to feel unconditional love for this person. It's not going to match up with what society says is you should feel or be with a certain person, especially if you aren't in contact with your twin flame. Your friends and family might be like, why do you like this person that doesn't even give you the time of day? Or how can you be in love with someone that you're not talking with for days, weeks, months, years, right? But it goes underneath that. This unconditional love you feel for them, where that means no matter what they do, you still love them. And that doesn't mean let go of boundaries. Don't let unconditional love fool you from surrendering boundaries, right? Unconditional love is something that you feel regardless of what someone or something is doing on the outside. Like, for example, if you have any pets, a dog or a cat, and they like to chew on your shoes or something, you can still love that creature even though it did a naughty thing that you don't like, right? This is very similar on the twin flame journey in terms of like maybe your twin flame isn't talking to you, maybe they're with someone else, but you still love them deep down. And you're going to feel that because you have unconditional love for yourself. And this unconditional love doesn't go away. So that is really important for you to know about twin flames, that underneath everything, there's unconditional love. And this is not meant to be a toxic relationship where you love somebody that doesn't love you back. What it's meant to do is to fast track you into personal growth so that you can love yourself within, and then from that place where you've loved yourself, you extend that and attract and magnetize harmony within your union. So I teach a process that is called the Teachings of Union. And this is a system that I'm part of that teaches you how to very swiftly and efficiently move through your blocks and challenges that your twin flame is showing you so that you can feel peace and love and harmony inside. When you feel peace and love and harmony inside, that is the fertile soil on which your twin flame union can grow and prosper. That's the only place where you're going to be able to be with them. You can't be with your twin flame, who is your ultimate lover, if you're always angry all the time. It will demagnetize and depolarize everything. And you can't fake peace. You can't paint a smile on your face and magnetize your twin flame. You can't take bubble baths or go on girls' trips or get your hair done or do any form of like self-care alone, and that's going to magnetize your twin. No, those things are good, but it's deeper. This journey is deeper. So I'm looking for people who are ready to transform, who are ready to reshape their inner landscape, who are ready to cultivate self-love so that you can be free, happy, joyful, experience true joy, and from that place, magnetize your harmonious twin flame union. So if you're ready to change, I want you to go in the comments and type change. And I'm going to message you with a link for your next steps in personal transformation so that it's not hard for you or confusing for you anymore. Because I know a lot of people that know a lot about personal transformation, but when they try to do it on their own, they feel like, okay, this isn't working. Why? Because you're not meant to walk this journey alone. It's challenging. You got to deal with your own consciousness. That's challenging. Your consciousness has a tendency to gravitate back to where it's been. And that gravity can be very challenging sometimes. That's why twin flame coaching with someone who knows what they're doing can help you. So let me help you. I want you to attain your harmonious twin flame union. You have to be willing to change. You have to be willing to look at yourself and realize that it's not them. It's not their fault, right? Doesn't mean that you don't have boundaries. We're going to go over boundaries. Don't worry. But there's something deeper going on, and I'd love to help you with that. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more twin flame guidance. Bye-bye.